Uwe, what did you make of your first reception at Highbury last night from the fans?
Yes, I think I was very much looking forward to that game. First home game against a great opposition, and overall the reception was very good. The game I felt was very traumatic, typical cup tie, where our supporters have seen a lot for their money, and overall satisfying evening without getting the result what we probably deserved.
Yeah, a little bit of reflection. Should you have won that game?
Considering we played a championship team with Premier League quality, you have to accept that they will have spells in the game where they are on the top of you. We had spells where we were surprisingly on the top of them, especially in the first half, and also in extra time when we switched to the 3-5-2, we came back into the game. Overall, I think it was very edgy, very 50-50, but that is a credit for us that we kept the game against such a strong opposition open for such a long time and only got beaten by the last penalty kick.
And now it's back to the bread and butter stuff and to try and build on that excellent point at Northampton.
Yeah, I told to the players, that game yesterday and also the game against Northampton should give us a confidence. I think told them we could not judge and measured for the cup competition this season. It's a bonus. We will be judged on the league. We put a lot in last night, also going 120 minutes, physically but also psychologically a lot. We have to find a way to grind out the results on Saturday because our recovery time is a day shorter than Scunthorpe, and that will be tough considering our depth in the squad, but the character the boys have shown, I think it's possible that we can get the result.
And football being football, last night against the team you formerly managed, and on Saturday, Graham Alexander's first return to Highbury.
Yeah, this is sometimes destiny, and Graham did a very good job in this football club. He's now managing a football club who has ambitions to win promotion, considering their budget compared to our ones. That is a benchmark when you want to go up, want to go up in the playoffs, and they have been last season very close, and this season they are really forced to be reckoned. But we have shown with our players, with our style of play, and with the ideas we put forward, that we can cause any opposition problems, and we are home, and we want to win home, and we want to get off the mark with 3 points.
They've started well, 2 games, 2 wins, and they have a striker in form in Kevin Van Veen.
Yeah, that is what you get when you pay the dosh. So they have a very experienced team, players who being part of promotion-winning teams, being part of championship teams. They have a very much strength and depth in the squad. They can rotate, and they always have a high level of quality out on the pitch. So that is what I just meant with that is a team to be reckoned over the length of 9 months. That will obviously pay dividends.
You made some changes last night. The players who came in, have they staked a claim for a place on Saturday?
I think it's very important that the players learn how I think and how I tick. And it's also important that our supporters and the media understand how I tick. For me, football is a squad game, especially when you're having a fixture list like we have in the Football League. I know my team, who could be in everything. When we have a playoff final tomorrow, who would start, but we also have to rotate in certain games. We have to, especially in the way we want to play with high energy and quick transition and pressing. So we need to refresh certain areas on the pitch, and that is why even when you have a good game, even when you have 5 good games, that does not necessarily mean that you start in the next one. Sometimes it's psychologically better to let them play. Sometimes because of the advices of medical stuff and fitness stuff, it's maybe better to let them come from the bench. So that is how we think for us as football, the team sport, the squad game, and I can't tell you now how many changes we will make for Saturday, because I don't know at that moment in time. I watched this morning 2 games of Scunthorpe. We're starting to discuss our game plan. By tomorrow afternoon we know more.
Finally from me, you talked about depth. Are you close to bringing people in to give you some depth?
We're working on certain things. That's all what I can tell you. In where we are now, end of the transfer window, more and more players comes available for loan or also permanent. The prices will fall. What is for us, for our club, very important that we recruit in our budget, and we're working intensively on 1 or 2 scenarios. Will they come off? I can't promise you, because we're not the only club in the market for that sort of players. But I'll be confident with the effort Andy, Greta and Steve put in, and I will be in the end successful.
Thank you and good wishes.
Thank you very much.
No, when the old manager was here, when he was looking, before he left in the transfer market, he'd earmarked that the wings and perhaps wings and midfield needed strengthening. Is that an area that you are looking to strengthen?
I think it's a little bit unfair to say to my players and also giving information to the opposition where I'm exactly looking to strengthen. What I can say is that Stephen Presley played slightly different type of football that I try to play, and so for each style of play you need to find your most suitable acquisitions, and that is what we try to do. We identified a couple of areas where we think we need the quality on the pitch, but we also need strength and depth on the bench, and also injuries and suspension will come through, because we can't tap in the emergency loan window. That's not existing anymore. So, and that is where we are. We need to add quality, but also strength and depth to the squad.
Off the record, would you be willing to tell us whereabouts you're looking? No? No? I have to ask.
Sorry, yeah, you have
It's
to.
all right.
You have to. I don't want to be unpolite, but.
No, you don't know me yet. That could be anyone, couldn't I? You don't know. What you did say though before the Leeds match was that there were a number of scouts coming to the game, and a number of your players put in some good performances. Is there any interest in showing
No.
anyone? No.
I'm here now 10 days. Is that right? Roughly 10 days. Not to my knowledge, we didn't receive any inquiry or official bid of any of our players in the last 10 days since I've been here. So that's all I can judge.
So how are you finding it now? 10 days you've been here now?
Oh, very good. Yesterday was obviously, I really enjoyed it. It was a great football evening with the wrong outcome, unfortunately, penalties. But I really enjoyed the work with the group of players. That's for me the main important thing. Try to improve them. They try to improve every day. They're taking things on board. Also working with the staff, knowing about each other more and more. They try everything to keep it up running. I like to have certain procedures in place in terms of preparation, in terms of recovery, in terms of how we work each day with different departments, and everybody's absolutely willing to buy in, and I can't ask for any more than that. I work hard, everybody else around me works very, very hard, and that is the only way for our football club forward to be successful.
And a good reaction from the Leeds fans to you yesterday?
Yeah, I said that before the game. The Leeds fans are special in this country. They had to suffer a long time, but they're also knowledgeable, and they know coaches and they know what they want to achieve, and I think they knew what we tried to do when I wasn't there, what we tried to do, and I always had a good relationship, and obviously it was nice to get that reception by saying that I'm now Fleetwood Town. All my concentration and all my energy goes in our football club, and I hope I can please our supporters and giving them the right results and the right sort of football.
Going back to Scunthorpe, you'll know exactly how Graham Alexander feels going back to his old club.
Yeah, as I just said it before, he did a great job. I think there's when you're doing in a club a good job all the time, you always have strong feelings. Is it to the players? Is it to the board members? Is it to the supporters? And this is me also going back to the previous clubs where I played or managed. I just wish him all the best in his career, but not on Saturday.